The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Set up, 70, Indy.
Watch the curl, watch the curl.
Throwing on first down, Perkins. This will be caught by Brown. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
6-6, pull it high.
Off play action. Perkins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Looking to throw. Perkins. That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
60 outlaws. Hey, team 6.
45 to Mike.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to clear you up. Don't get nervous.
Check, 45 to Mike.
Ready.
On 3rd down, Perkins. Got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 43 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter. Go.
Back to throw. Perkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Let's go. 8, read.
Mike, 45.
We ain't giving him nothing to
45, Mike, 45.
Hey, stand off. Step.
To throw from his end zone. Zimmer. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone, so they can use something here on 3rd down. And he'll find Hall. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Set, ready, 50, plant.
And watch the leg.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Go now, 30 base.
We got it.
Dude.
Ito Smith, his first carry. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Looking to throw. Perkins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone can go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
And he will find Ridley. That's complete. Touchdown, Falcons! Calvin Ridley, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Hey!
And 96 is coming. Real Mike, 96.
From the gun, Zimmer. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Taken in at the 22. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
Now Ito Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And an alley to run.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Back to throw. Perkins. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and goal from the 1. Here we go now with Smith. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Ito Smith, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Zimmer. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Jones. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey.
2nd and 6. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their route, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync. What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4.
Hey, 2, 5.
On 4th down, Zimmer. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
Not only is the slant route really difficult to cover, it's a real staple play for an offense on a 4th down because it's a quick-hitting play. Get the ball in the hands of the quarterback right to the receiver.
And the receiver has to be ready because that thing's coming on a rope.
Ready?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Pull it high. Go. Ready?
Looking to throw. Zimmer looking in zone for Jones. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
45, Mike, 45.
Go.
Throwing again. Zimmer. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now it's Smith. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On the run, it's Smith. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Let's go now. 50, plant.
Check 45 to Mike. If you don't get this boy, you think you
Hey, high 7. We dribble.
Operating from the gun, Perkins. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A.J. Brown, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons push further out in front. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now.
26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. Thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Check nickel. Kill. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Hey, echo.
From the gun, Perkins. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Typically down to the first half, I might say, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
Take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here.
Now the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 77 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Smith.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike.
Five.
Throwing on third and long. Perkins. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
61.
This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Kill. Turn up.
Get it ready.
On the ground, this is Smith. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
It's easy work, and it's coming.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Back.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
From the gun on third down, Perkins. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. This is Jones. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
7 yards there and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
Hey!
They're going to need some therapy after this.
To throw on 2nd down. Zimmer. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tapp McKinley made his way into the backfield.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Look at me. Zipper. Hey, box truck. Get it.
Operating from the gun. Zimmer. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Perkins. Oh, a nice spin. Got a man. It's Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Topper!
49, check 49, check 49.
You're fine.
On the carry, here's Smith. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it then. This is a real
pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tack McKinley picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He's going to air one out, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
25, check 25, check.
Yo, go, now.
Throwing again on second and 10. Zimmer, high throw, but the catch is made. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's Third down.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining.
Go.
From the gun, Zimmer. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 38-yard line.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Zimmer looking in zone for Jones. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Ronald Jones, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Good start to it's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. And he'll advance no further, so he can't bring it back for 2, but the extra point attempt is unsuccessful. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Pick up the ball. Check. Lucky.
6'6", bullet high.
45. Mike, 45.
We own them. We own
Get it.
Looking to throw. Perkins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. On second down, here's Smith. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Set, ready. 60 or.
Coming this way. Here we go.
30, X3, 218, chopper.
Okay, check 24.
5.
After the penalty, it's Smith. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A first down carry for Smith. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 20.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
On the set. 61, matchbox lights. Go.
On 1st and 10, Zimmer. And it'll be intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Hey, Sam on. Step.
They go back to the ground with Smith. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
50, plant.
45. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Lead grip.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. The 44-yard punt, they're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Back to throw. Zimmer looking downfield, and this will be caught at the 30. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 42 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Get it.
Operating from the gun. Zimmer looking downfield for Godwin. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. Now the Bucs offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he'll get in. And they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Tighten up.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Perkins. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Get in the weight room. Slam.
General West. Get ready.
A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On first down, Zimmer. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hall. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. To throw on second down, Zimmer. He's going to look deep down the field. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 or. Leo. 22 jet bomber. Hit it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Ready, set.
Here we go. Tight end left. Hey, we got 4 down.
Shoot.
This is Smith.
Check.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a gain of 34. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Check the backer.
Smith trying to run for it. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Another try for Smith, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Let's get it.
They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Hey, dude.
45 to Mike. And here we go. Watch the pass. Check. 45 to Mike.
Hey, Charlie.
Target.
Five.
From the gun, Perkins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Antonio Callaway, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons push further out in front. And he pushed it right. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
90 Wolf. Protein spill.
Undercut.
Door.
Spine.
Look at me. Door.
Safe.
Hey, orbit. Go.
45. Mike, 45.
Snap.
To throw again. Zimmer. Now a desperation throw deep down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right.
And oh my goodness, he loses it again. Or call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They'll run it again with Smith. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter. He's been terrific so far.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Atlanta, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by